Overwatch 2 has finally come out, and it's so interesting and controversial it made me come out of my YouTube hibernation. Hopefully for good, but we'll see. We'll see how this video does. How, if the game is so terrible, are there hundreds of thousands of people watching on Twitch right now? How, if the game is so terrible, are there millions of people playing it as you watch this video? How, if the game is so terrible, is it the biggest game in the world right now? I'm not gonna tell you all that yet, and then you wouldn't watch the end of the video. What would I do then? So I've been an Overwatch player basically since the game came out, although I stopped playing after the devs stopped supporting the game. I was therefore very excited to check out Overwatch 2. I downloaded it, opened it, ready to play some Overwatch in the year 2022, but then, oh no. No. Blizzard's decision to add a battle pass and completely revamp the monetization system is one of the weirdest and worst decisions they could have possibly made. Even ignoring the pay-to-win aspects of the battle pass, which we will definitely get to eventually, don't worry about that, this system of unlocking cosmetics is just unfun and is just terrible in general. Although, I guess unfun things are kind of par for the course for Blizzard, considering what's coming out of their HQ, although that's a little bit more than unfun. If unfun is here, the Blizzard HQ allegations are up here, like through the roof. You can't even see my hand right now. I never thought I would be wishing loot boxes would return in a game, but here we are. The Overwatch 1 loot boxes were actually really fair though. Of course, you could pay to buy them like every other slimy loot box game, but you could also earn them relatively easily as well. Hell, towards the end of the game's life, you would get a loot box for free just by playing the tank class or completing a few challenges. Plus, even if you didn't pull the skin you wanted out of the loot box, the boxes would give plenty of credits that you could use to buy your desired skin anyway. Nothing like this exists in Overwatch 2. If you want to buy a skin, whip out that credit card. And I hope you have a lot saved up too, because the skins are actually quite expensive. Don't believe me? Let's run the math. An Overwatch 2 skin will run you about $10 to $15 on average, depending on the rarity of the skin. That's about as much as a Fortnite or COD skin. At first, this might seem reasonable, but pretty soon it's obvious what the problem is. There are 35 different heroes in Overwatch, and they all have different skins. In a game like Fortnite, you only ever really need a couple of skins to keep the game looking fresh. You can use any of your skins at any time. Fast forward to Overwatch 2 though, you can only use the skin you've spent upwards of $10 on when you are playing as that specific hero. To be clear, that's how Overwatch has always worked, and it makes sense. The problem is when you start charging money for these skins, it becomes really pricey, really fast. So why would Blizzard implement this shitty monetization system? The answer is exactly what you would expect. Money. I know, turning Overwatch free to play was the right decision and has introduced millions of new players to the game, but there are so many better ways of monetizing a free-to-play game without going full-blown Fortnite Battle Pass on it. Here's what I would do. I would make the game free to play, but keep the old monetization system. To unlock the ability to open loot boxes and earn credits, you have to spend $30 on some kind of like Overwatch Premium or something. This would be a one-time fee, obviously, not a yearly subscription. A one-time fee, one time, maybe 30, 40 bucks, and you unlock the ability to use skins and open loot boxes. This way, you can still make a ton of money selling loot boxes, which can still be earned at a reasonable rate for free, but you also make a ton of money just by gatekeeping the ability to open loot boxes to the premium account. Let me know what you guys think of this idea down in the comments below.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones.
Now feels like a good time to take a break from the negativity and talk about what Overwatch 2 got right. The gameplay. I am not exaggerating here when I say Overwatch 2 has been some of the most fun I've had in years playing a video game. By the way, if you want to watch me play Overwatch 2 and other games, follow me on Twitch, link in description. Blizzard significantly improved the graphics and balancing in Overwatch 2, and both of these changes make the gameplay radically fresh. Starting with the graphics, while Overwatch 1 was starting to look outdated by modern standards, Overwatch 2 pretty much looks better in every way. What makes the game even more impressive though is the balance changes. Some heroes such as Orisa were completely redone, while heroes such as McCree only had minor changes to their kit. These hero balancing changes greatly improved the game, but what improved the game even more was the swap from 6v6 to 5v5. No, really, it matters that much. Blizzard ended up removing one tank slot from the team composition, which makes good teamwork that much more valuable. This is a bit of a tangent, but I think Overwatch 2 should have been rebranded into a giant Overwatch update. The trend of sequels, at least in online games, seems to be far, far outdated. I think some of the issues the community has with Overwatch 2 stem from it not adding enough content or changing enough to be a true sequel. I know they were planning a whole new game mode that was cut. We'll get to that later, don't worry. But even if there was an entirely new game mode, Overwatch 2 just doesn't feel like it changes enough or adds enough to be considered a true sequel.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
No, it's...
I think a lot of this stems from the devs not being given enough time to really make the sequel of their dreams. Some of this was probably caused by the interesting things going on at Blizzard HQ, but beyond that, there's a factor most people don't even mention. The lead Overwatch dev was Jeff Kaplan. Kaplan was one of the greatest game developers of all time, working on games such as World of Warcraft and, yes, Overwatch 1. Kaplan was made the lead developer of Overwatch 2, and in many cases, it was his passion that pushed the project forward and really innovated the genre. On April 20th, 2021, he resigned from Blizzard altogether, and the Overwatch 2 lead was handed over to Aaron Keller, who I'm sure is a great person, but no one could possibly replace Jeff Kaplan. This is a big inference, but I'm guessing that after Kaplan was replaced, there was no one left with enough pull in the company to stop Blizzard executives from releasing Overwatch 2 before it was really ready.
We recognize we haven't communicated well, haven't kept you up to date, and honestly, we've let you down when it comes to delivering Overwatch content.
All of the negative things I've mentioned so far pale in comparison to what I'm about to bring up, though. Remember that Battle Pass I mentioned earlier? Well, Blizzard has decided to not just lock exclusive skins behind the Battle Pass, but entire heroes as well. The only way to unlock these heroes is by completing the Battle Pass. That means almost all new content added to the game, in the form of new unlockable heroes at least, will be paywalled. This completely breaks the entire Overwatch concept, and I can't believe this made it through testing. Overwatch was designed from the ground up with the concept of swapping out which hero you're playing mid-game to better counter what heroes your opponent is playing. This new update means that there are going to be some heroes that are completely uncounterable to some players because they don't have the correct counter pick unlocked. I'm going to repeat myself again. Locking heroes behind a paywall only makes your game unfair and uninviting. The game may have a giant player base right now, but 2 years from now, this game is going to be very hard to approach as a new player that doesn't have all of the heroes unlocked. Well, that was harsh and negative, and unfortunately, it's not going to get any more positive because we're talking about the canceled PvE mode next. Oh, here we go. The one thing that could have redeemed this game as a proper sequel would have been a new genre-defining mode. Fortunately for us, we'll get that mode. Eventually. Maybe. Blizzard promised us that Overwatch 2 would launch with a new PvE mode. When I heard this, I immediately thought back to the PvE mode in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, because that's what I grew up playing. COD Zombies also came to mind, and I was really just looking forward to seeing how the Overwatch 2 team would put a PvE spin on Overwatch, and I thought that concept had a ton of potential. Well, it looks like I'm just gonna have to keep waiting. On June 16th, 2022, Blizzard announced that the PvE mode would not be releasing with the game, and would instead be coming at least a year after the launch. As I'm recording this, Blizzard accidentally put the PvE arenas in the game, so we kind of got a sneak peek of what they look like now, I guess. But anyway, the decision to delay the PvE mode instead of just delaying the game entirely is going to really hurt the audience retention of Overwatch 2. How many players are going to stick around for next year? Will Overwatch 2 die as quickly as Overwatch 1 did? Either way, it's a complete failure to not launch PvE with the game and not announce that it wasn't coming until 3 months before the release. In my opinion, Blizzard was just probably better off delaying the game entirely until PvE was ready. I know that's a negative note to end on, but that's kind of the game. It's some good gameplay, the great Overwatch formula that we all love, improved with some minor tweaks, and not much else besides a worse monetization system. It's extremely hard to get skins without outright just paying a lot of money for them. So, that's the game. In conclusion, Overwatch 2 represents everything modern gaming is. The amazing graphical power, the fun and addictive gameplay loop, but also the aggressive monetization and endless delays of features promised to be in the game at launch. Maybe someday things will change, but for now, this is the reality of AAA gaming. Hey, you made it to the end. If you enjoyed this video, a sub would really mean a lot. Also, go follow me on Twitch. That would be pretty cool too. Thanks for watching.